All right, baby. That was lovely right there.
All right, bro.
Oh, Coach Green.
All right, behind the camera, bro. Say, bro.
They gonna be treating him like old boy.
Podcast. What's up, Wilson?
Still in here, bro. We been having a good time too, bro. I've been enjoying myself this morning, bro. We started out with my niece Takia, bro, the starting point guard for the Lady Warriors, bro. And now we here with the coach who we learning, a great deal about. A lot about, dude, and solid, dog. From what I've seen so far, bro, Coach Solid. We're gonna be spending a lot of time with him this season, bro. Coach William Green, of the Lady Warriors at East Jefferson High School, bro. It's good to have you, Coach. We excited about this season, man. So let's start with introducing our area to Coach Will Green. Who is Will Green? Where you come from? Give him a little background on you, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me. My name is Coach William Green. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Grew up, born and raised. Have the opportunity to come down here to New Orleans and further my education at Xavier University. I had the opportunity to coach on the Gold Nugget side and be a manager on the Gold Nugget side, thanks to Coach Bo Browder. He took me under his wing and gave me the opportunity to prevail myself and show off my skills and talents and my determination. And it led to different opportunities. Now that I'm coaching at EJ, I'm just trying to turn the program around and make sure I foster the right methods and principles in these young ladies and make sure I give them life lessons so they can be better individuals and lead into this new generation.
Okay. You coaching the ladies. So have you ever coached boys before?
Yes, I have. I have two brothers. Been playing this game since I was a baby. Been coaching on and off AAU, helped out with Sports Academy, helped out with the Mandra Knights. So like I say, I don't really have a preference when it comes to boys or girls.
You just got basketball DNA.
It's embedded in me.
That's what I heard you when you and Big Cheese was talking earlier. You mentioned your sister, standout athlete. You have a little brother that's a standout athlete. You did your thing. It come from the parents, like what's the lineage of it?
Having a mom and dad both in the household. Dad was an Army guy. Mom fell in line. Also, she's the Orange Fish right now.
Okay.
Whatever she say, go. Mom and dad both.
You came up in a strict background.
Discipline.
Yeah, most definitely.
Very disciplined. Very structured. Wasn't no way out. The only way out was to be successful. So, and that was the goal: determination, hard work. You can't hide hard work, and that's what we lived by.
That's what's up, and I could tell just from our conversation that we've been having with you, bro. You're a serious person, and that's the thing that I think is the disconnect on what we were talking about earlier with that generation that's lost.
Correct.
That seriousness got taken out. Daddy got taken out of the picture. Mom, you know what I'm saying?
Too much on mama, so yeah.
All three of us come from a 2-parent household.
Right.
Now you and I both know it ain't perfect.
Right.
But that structure is there.
For sure.
That respect, plus the reinforcement of that respect, it just come through that systematic thing. So I think that's good qualities for a coach, just off the dump, just having that type of background. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk a little bit about you. What was your your younger years in sports like?
My younger years, I was groomed as a shooter. So my dad coached me throughout my younger years. So I just love the game. I love being in the gym. I love being around it. It's my safe space. I think I go there more than anything when things don't go right, when I need to get stressed out. It's just being a student of the game, and I still live by that till this day as an adult. You still have to be a student of the game. You still have to be willing to learn and grow as a person. So that's what I learned as a young kid. Just love being in the gym.
Okay, who inspired you? Who inspired you to play sports outside of there being a structure in the household? Like when you look out into the world, like what was your inspiration as far as I'm gonna get on like that?
Everybody know the great Michael Jeffrey Jordan was one of my go-tos.
Okay,
I love Mike.
That's a top.
You know, that's a top GOAT right there. Just the way he played, the way he approached the game, watching him say The Last Dance. You know, just the approach to his game. He didn't like to lose, and I didn't like to lose. But I fell in love with Allen Iverson, man. I3 was my man. You know, I had cornrows like him. I had the afro like him.
Yeah.
You know, he really stood out to me. My dad used to buy me I3 stuff, so I had the wristbands, the shoes. You know, I was the first kid when I played ball. So, you know, shout out to Allen Iverson.
I come up playing sports and like Cheesy pointed out to my knee. I think he pointed it out to you earlier. Like, you know, I got on that level, and Iverson definitely was like. When the first time I seen that dude play basketball, he was still at Georgetown. And it was actually a news clip about him making his transition from jail to Georgetown at this time, right? And like my brother, you know, I got an older brother. Shout out to Big Bean, bro. This dude, like, we come up like they're like sports fanatics. We love music. We like, you know, so like current events, we be up on it. To make it quick though, my brother pointed it out to me like, look at this nigga right here. This nigga here gonna be the truth. You feel what I'm saying? He told me that, and years later, Iverson developed into what he was. And I was like, damn, and that shit just put something different in me on approaching sports. Cause I wasn't really huge on Jordan. I had a bad experience with Jordan when I was young. He came to the Pontchartrain Center and he was charging for, like, you know, like he was charging money to get next. So that rubbed me and my dad the wrong way about him. But you can't deny what he did and what he brought to the game of basketball. Michael Jordan, the reason why millions of people even play the game of basketball. So you can't never deny that. I just had to throw that in there, dog, because like a lot of these dudes, a lot of these youngsters, they not inspired by nothing.
Correct.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, they waiting on the next pair of shoes and the next news clip, and that's satisfying for them.
True.
And that's a scary thing. So with that being said, you being an educator and a coach, what's your approach to that? Like, you know.
I think my approach would be life lessons, man. Life lessons and just the way we look at life. Like everybody's looking for, the next test, how to master the next test, how to cheat on the next test. What is that going to get you in life?
Right.
And that's the approach that I take. Right now, it's not so much about the book piece for me. It's how we approach things in life.
Preparation.
Yes. You know, the connections that we build. How do we interact with each other? How can you hold an intellectual conversation with that person?
So
what is the patient level like as far as a young man in your situation?
Yeah, you is young.
Coaching females. Like, what is the patient level? If you have to explain it to somebody else that wanted to be in your shoes, like, what is the patient level?
Is it tougher or easier to coach girls?
I think it's a little bit of both. You have to have a balance. I think if you've never been around women's sports, you wouldn't understand. But if you're around it and you understand the grind and the determination and the effort that they put into it, it makes it so much better. While where you look at boys and men, the output is so much higher for them than it is the females. But when it comes to being patient with them, their IQ is actually a lot higher than boys.
I would think so, yeah.
So when you look at it, I don't look at girls as being, hard to coach. It's the understanding piece. It's the how you talk to me piece. It's the can you think at this level, at this moment, can you control your emotions when this situation is happening?
Down to your people skills.
Right.
That's a solid answer, though.
That's a good answer.
So when you first realized, damn, I'm a coach. What was that transition from being that baller to being that coach? Or did you always, because some people come into the game with that type of IQ level to where they already...
That transition is very smooth. Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, the transition for me started when I was in college. I think I had to learn from being around Coach Bo Browder. It was about how I built my relationships with those young ladies. So my transition went from playing to teaching. Can I teach the game? Can I get them to understand what angle to take, how to play defense this way? This mentality is going to get you there to the championship where you want to be successful and thrive. So when you look at all of it put together, it's just a different animal and a different beast, but you still have that inner mindset of, hey, I still want to get out here and I still want to compete, but now I'm competing on a different level.
Okay, so that was gonna be the next question. So you basically you just take the tenaciousness from playing to now you driving a car now. Like now you guiding a game instead of being the one who actually giving that game up. I get that. I coached at a very low level. I coached playground ball and I coached AAU. Now when I did coach AAU, like I said, I coached Joe McKnight, Brandon Smith, Jeremy Johnson. I can't think of Nunu government name. Shout out to you, Nunu. That he was a beast, bro. I can't think of the dude last name. Had Luis from Crescent City. But long story short, I had a loaded roster. And I was just transitioning from being a baller to a coach, but the transition was smooth for me because I always was the IQ dude on our team. Like,
correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really always did feel that part more than, cause I could go out there and give you 30, but he's sitting right next to you. That's my dog. That's my partner. I go out there and give you 15 and 15.
Right,
you see what I'm saying? That make a way bigger difference. Now, I could personally go out there and do, whatever, but the IQ of the game is that was the part that really drove me, though. So like, with you coaching women's basketball, I got a little bit off just now, but with you coaching women's basketball and being I could tell how you talk about the game, you was really with it when you was with it. Coaching the females, you had to pretty much, it wasn't an IQ thing, it was the people skills thing that you really had to focus in on the most, correct?
Correct. A little bit of both. You look at the IQ, you still got to be able to think the game out there on the floor. That's what sets average kids from kids that go off and play at the next level.
Right.
So you gotta have both when you talk about you want to do this or you do this at a high level. Those little things make the difference. Being able to play it at a young age and groom your kid into having that IQ, teaching them the little things, that makes the difference. And then them being in the world and traveling the world makes them understand, hey, I got to be able to talk to this person in this tone. I got to be able to understand where this person is coming from. This perception of the world is going to be different from the East Coast, from the West Coast to the down South.
Right, and all that do play a part into where you end up in life.
Correct.
So what's the difficulties now? Like, what's the grind for a coach right now? So it's going out there, get your players, and you got to fight for players.
The recruiting process. Is there a recruiting process in high school?
The recruiting process is a little bit difficult when it comes to high school because it becomes what you get coming in from the neighborhood or whatever the closest feeder school is to you. You have to make do with what you have.
Right.
Now
the pool is small, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
So now you look at it from a different standpoint when you talk about, travel ball, showcase ball, AAU ball. Now you get kids that start off maybe 4th, 5th grade. Now you embed that seed. Oh, well, now we can bring these girls over here to the high school and they can all play together.
Right.
So that's how you end up building championship teams.
Yeah, catch them early.
Right. So those little things matter.
And I used to always wonder what was AAU's real purpose, and I guess that's the real sole purpose of it, is to help build them kids up and to bring them up through a program, so to speak, instead of just having a bunch of athletes scattered out.
Correct.
Okay. Cause when you playing that stuff, you don't really care. You just balling.
Right.
You ain't asking those type of questions, but those are big. Is that what you was trying to get to, though, Cheesy?
Yeah, I just wanted to know, what you have to go out there and really not talk to parents. We're not, we ain't on a major level, but you answered you got to just deal with what you have.
Right.
And what comes in or what's in your district that I guess, I just want to know because
and this one thing
I know 90% of your girls on your basketball team.
Right.
I know them personally, know their parents, know them, so
right.
I know these are girls can get down.
Right.
So I just wanted to know, what's the process of acquiring new talent or talent that necessarily doesn't have their mind made up.
Right.
That's what I was asking.
And to say something to your credit, and you gonna see this in the interview later when we air it. Takia really spoke highly of you, bro, and she said, I want to try to quote as close as possible. Basically, you came and you changed the
culture of their basketball.
The culture of what's going on, with East Jefferson women's basketball, dog, and that's major. And I personally want to thank you because, like he said, we are damn near related to all these kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like if they really not our relative, they're a friend. They
right next door.
Might be friends, or like you say, next door neighbors or whatever. So this a real close knit community, bro. and we gonna do everything we can to, you know, to be a conduit to you, though. Anything it is we can do, any way we can help out. Like I said, we will be working real closely with you on, you know, game, film, practice, whatever it is we got to do. We gonna work on it, like, you know, we shoot you a nice little promo or whatever. We here for you, Coach. We supporting you. We behind you. These kids believe in you, bro.
Yeah, right now you're a big part, and it's dealing with our babies and their future, and so, you know, you're in a position to where, you know, you not only get to see the flower grow, you get to see the flower blossom.
Yeah, you get to
you know what I'm saying? You get
so you get to take part in fully cultivating these children.
You know, I'm big, and you know, because it's a lot going on in 2021.
It is a lot going on.
Okay,
right.
and it's babies that we passing our children.
Yeah,
you know, not have nothing to do with you, Coach, but just the position that
you're in life.
That you know, you know what I'm saying. We
come
not
with that responsibility, though, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, and we just want
number one, is no pressure, Coach, for the simple fact that you're already doing the doing part. Correct. You're putting your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Even this.
Correct.
This is big for your program.
Yes.
This is big for these parents. They get to see you. They you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
We've been having an open conversation with you. You're a real dude. That's important that we know that, because now when somebody asks about, oh man, Coach, good dude, man.
Yeah, Coach.
Matter of fact, let me.
Hold up, you
see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's gonna make all the difference in the world, bro, and that's gonna bring more support out. Now, when you got the support out, now those conversations could be had.
Right. It looks a little bit differently.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I got.
Let's get more off into how you see this season going, without you know, being critical or anything like that. But like how do you feel about this upcoming season?
I feel real confident this season. Like I said, I don't like to put any stress on it. It's not going to be cupcake season, but it's definitely going to be some trials and tribulations, some obstacles we're going to have to get through and overcome. But I'm looking for a great start, great finish, but they got to trust the process. I think if they trust the process and they work hard, we'll be right where we want to be at the end of the day.
Well, by being senior heavy on the squad this year,
we got 6 seniors.
So how do you get that focus? Putting you on the spot right now with a tough question. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna get my journalism on right now. How do you get that out of a senior that only has this year left?
Right.
How do you for the next year group that's juniors and sophomores?
What's that motivational talk?
Yeah, how you do that?
That motivational talk is a little bit different. Like I tell them, they're grooming the foundation. They're laying the groundworks right now for the kids behind them. So your preparation, your energy, your mindset, your work ethic,
a lasting impression. Yeah,
it has to mean something. And then you gotta respect the game. I think in this generation, the respect for the game is a lost art. So that's what I'm teaching.
Elaborate on that, Coach, so they can know what you mean.
Yeah.
Respecting the game, respect the people that paved the way for you. Like I think about the women, and I had a former alum.
Especially the women, dog, because they didn't came a long way in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I think about I had a player last year. Her mom played at EJ. You know, have respect for that woman. You know, that young lady, she laid the groundwork for y'all to come out here and be able to play and be out here in these East Jefferson Lady Warrior uniforms.
Yeah, so, for this program to still be funded at the school, you have to give respect.
You gotta really think about things like
right.
So, and that's the speech and the talk. And like I tell them, we're a family. At the end of the day, we're gonna support you, good or bad, but we also want to push you to be uncomfortable and be able to adapt in any situation. That's the main goal for life. Nothing's going to be given to you. Right. One day you got to go out here and provide for a family. One day you got to go out here and get into this career. One day you have to go. You have to go to college. So this is not pressure. Pressure is when you have to go pay bills. When you got to go fend for your family every day.
It's that preparation.
This is just the mindset. This is just the training purposes. This is all the steps and elements leading to life lessons.
What was an obstacle you went through, Coach? Just give us a quick example of a perseverance moment.
Yeah, your perseverance moment.
I think about my senior year in college. I was supposed to graduate in one course. I fell short. I was taking it at another location. Not going to disclose the information, but thinking about that trial and that tribulation, when I got the news that I had failed the class, it was a one hour course. that I didn't pass, and I was taking 19 hours. So not to be able to graduate on time, that kind of hit home for me. But my dad was on the phone with me. My dad said, "What you gonna do? Either you gonna quit, or you gonna get up and you gonna go and finish that course." And
shout out to Pops for being there, man.
Yeah, shout out for that.
You know.
So, and that long story short, I went back in the fall and I did what I had to do, and I passed that course with an A.
And here we are today.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you for that, man. And everybody not gonna have Pops to call them. Like that's just that's a harsh reality for a lot of different reasons. But right now is the time for you. I'm talking to you youngsters. If you know you don't have something, find somebody to talk to. Talk to a Coach Will. Talk to your coach, whoever, your teacher, the custodian, whoever. Find you somebody who you know have the right intentions in life, the right heart, and tap into them, man. Because you never know when this man had his head on his shoulders, but he ran into an obstacle. And he needed, you know what I'm saying, whether that would have been Pops, a big brother, mom, somebody, he needed somebody to lean on.
Before he made a crucial decision.
He had the presence of mind to go talk to somebody, bro.
Right.
That's made, like, you'll think that people always think of that, but so many of these youngsters going without for so long, bro, to where they just give up on talking to people. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Hang in there, bro. Find you somebody to talk to, get off into some type of mentorship program where it's never too late for none of that type of stuff. I'm dealing with a mentor right now. I'm 35 years old. You see what I'm saying? But I never really looked at the significance of that type of stuff, because you'll cut off communication with the world. You'll get to that level of frustration as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, look, but we're gonna keep it where it needs to be at. Lady Warriors, East Jefferson basketball, bro.
I got it. What's your scheme, coach, in basketball? What you believe in? You don't have to give too much to your opponents, but what your foundation is, what you believe in.
For the scheme.
Nah, I need to know what you believe in, what and when in doubt, what counts for coach?
What counts for me? Effort, hard work. I don't believe in position. I believe in hard work and effort. I can teach you what you need to know and how to do it. I can't teach effort. I can't teach you to want it. Like, those are two things that you have to have within yourself, and you have to be motivated. You have to come with drive and determination, and you have to just work hard. Like I say, in today's age, working hard, it's a lost art, and we're trying to work on that now more than ever. Like, hey, hard work pays off. It gets you where you want to go. You just have to trust that process, and you have to keep going after it.
So, do you study your game or model your coaching game behind a particular person, or your offense or your defense? Do you model your game behind a particular coach? I heard you say a coach name earlier, but is it anybody? Is it just solely him, or do you have any?
That's a great question. I model it after a lot of coaches, man. I look at the pros right now. I'm looking at Dame Time. He just got eliminated. So I look at the style of play that they have, and I look at how he maneuvers on the floor. I'll also look at the Milwaukee Bucks. I look at Giannis. So I look at different coaching styles, I look at different players, and I'm a student of the game. I like to watch basketball. Like, I can sit at home all day and just watch basketball and just understand, key concepts. What is this coach doing? What defense are they running? How are they getting these shots off? How Steph takes all these available shots with him being the main player on the floor all the time. Right. So, you look at different schemes differently, and you just do what you can to win. Like I say,
zone defense or man-to-man?
Both.
Situational?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you a point guard driven? Not this year or not. I'm asking you point guard driven, or you're basically, are you a point guard driven coach, or you facilitate around? Or you facilitate the ball?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
My point guard is an extension of me, so they have to understand that. That's why I love Takia. She handles her business with grit and hardcore, and when she steps on that floor, she leaves it all out there.
Right.
So that makes a difference in your team. Right now, they look at her as an extension of me. So when I say something, they already know. Once she get it, hey, jump into it, do what he asking us to do, and we out of here.
That's what's up.
I like that, bro.
What's been the biggest adjustment? Like, you know how it be. Mid-season, I mean, like, 2-3 weeks into something, my foot then twisted the ankle or whatever, whatever the case may be. What's been the hardest one?
I think just getting players to understand that you never know when your number's gonna be called. So everybody has to work hard, just as hard as the next person.
At this level, yeah. Man,
so
right.
that
at any level you want to coach them up to that, yeah.
Well, I'm saying so hard at this level right now because of the mind, coming from, at college you're getting it.
Age to have them at. These ages and younger,
yeah,
might be the best age to have them at though, because they maturing at this age.
Right.
So you getting them at that learning, and now they ready for a little mental toughness. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is the perfect age to catch them at, as far as sports.
Correct.
Now if they don't have a sports background, like this is not the stage to begin.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But where he catching them at, especially with the approach you're taking. But like talking to Takia earlier, and Cheese attested this, bro. It was just like talking to you right now. And that's Cheese, real talk.
Mm-hmm.
And that says a lot. That means you're getting them prepared, bro. Like she wasn't getting that before. The conversation I had with my niece today, that's not. I couldn't get those conversations before. You see what I'm saying? And that say a lot, bro. Like that's a test to what you doing. Like Jesus said, you improving the culture over there.
I'm proud. We had a conversation off camera, and
Yeah, y'all wasn't on camera.
I'm proud. I'm proud. To hear how you driven and your mindset.
Right.
And you're reachable, you're touchable.
Like that because that's gonna be.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you climb up on us and, man, I gotta do this, gotta do that.
Your cup ain't full to the top, and you have a lot in your cup.
Right.
And that be still not full. So that means you still learning, you still willing to get.
Where you taking it, Coach?
Yeah, where you going with it? From here on out, where you going? Where you see yourself?
Because this ain't it for you.
Hell no. Us neither.
Just from the conversation, but this ain't it for you. And like I said, we go be working closely through this thing.
You gotta go, bro.
I just want to know what's the plan? Like where you taking this thing?
I think right now we just further the East Jefferson Girls program right now. Build the culture, get more young ladies to want to come out, want to be involved in athletics. Build the program. I went from having, I think, 10 girls now to almost 15 girls. So when you look at the program throughout the course of the next couple of years, we're going to have a freshman, JV, and a varsity team.
I was just about to point that out. For those of y'all who don't know, that's big numbers in basketball. Right. 5 players more than we had last. That's big numbers in basketball because you don't carry a huge roster in basketball. I just wanted to point that out, Coach. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. And after that, the sky's the limit. What God takes me next is totally up to God. I'm just, He already laid the blueprint out, so now I'm just following His work and trying to do my work.
That's a fire answer, bro.
You solid, bro.
I watch a lot of interviews, bro.
You solid.
And you up here giving a hell of an interview. Politically correct. Like you got a PR, right? Somebody, you must got somebody to call with you. Your public relations is tapping. You giving a hell of an interview, bro.
He ready for whatever.
Shout out to my little brother. He's actually a public relations guy.
Oh, yeah?
Man, come on, man. I call it.
Shout out to you. He been listening, little
Shout out, little brother. Yeah, he got
attention, baby.
He damn sure taking his interview.
Coach, we love the way you articulate yourself, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We love
it's
the
a great
approach
interview
that you taking to this. But like I said, we done talked about everything. And you same demeanor, that's how I know you're genuine. That's how I know you're sincere. And that's what these kids need, bro.
Correct.
Because they just don't get that every day from everywhere.
I can see you sitting in front of a podium, bro.
I can see it right now.
And they throwing curveball questions to you. But you hitting not too many hitters hit a curveball home run, my nigga. You know what I'm saying, brother?
That's what we need, though.
Right.
But that's what you're doing, bro.
That's
what you're doing, bro.
You prepared.
I'm bigging you up, bro. Like real talk.
You see what I'm saying? Because the job is not just on the court.
No.
The job is the job don't stop, it don't quit. I told you that's why I had to step away from sports because I wasn't living my life right.
Correct.
So I really couldn't face them kids because I was coaching kids that was right from around here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I just couldn't keep facing them little dudes knowing that I wasn't approaching this right because I do love the game.
Right.
and I was a student of the game, and I respected the game because I, like you say, the integrity that go into really playing the game right, really approaching the game right. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, that deserves respect.
Right.
So that's one thing I did do right with my coaching career was quit, because I wasn't living my life right at that particular time. You feel what I'm saying? I'm an older man now. I'm more mature. I done went through certain things, and I have children now that I want to see given a fair shot at life.
Right.
So some things will wake you up. Gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, really shake you back. Be like, look, you're going through this because remember this.
Right.
And that, you know what I'm saying?
Changes your mindset.
Yeah, man. To get back off into coach, bro. All right, we done touched on your upbringing. We see where the discipline come from, bro. The education, the background, just the warm fit. You know, the loving approach you take to everything, bro. That's a testament to your upbringing. And now you coaching these kids, and I told my niece, I see she gonna be successful, bro, just off the conversation we've been having. Right. And we ain't never really been able to have her talk. You know, she just turned 16, so it ain't like we just been able to just. But the difference you making with them right now, I can already see what you gonna have going on 5 years from now, coach. Correct. So let's say, ain't nothing wrong with seeing yourself. Where do you see yourself at the end of this road? Because there ain't nothing wrong with wanting more. In the future. You trying to take this to the, you know.
Oh, well, right now.
What's your dream? Let's just say that. Like, what's your ultimate dream?
My dream right now, finish my doctorate program right now. I'm working on my doctoral. So it's gonna be Dr. Coach Green soon.
Yeah, man, that's what's up.
But longevity-wise, just trying to make a difference in the youth, man. Whether that's high school, whether that's collegiate, just try to get to that level. Whatever God has in store is gonna be there. When it's all said and done, and I can't coach anymore, and I get to that Coach K, and you know, that level. It's gonna look like me opening up my own facility one day and being able to train and run my own business.
That's what I want to really hear you say, though, because that's like ultimately, just off your conversation, bro. That's the type of. Cause I remember talking to these athletic directors. I remember talking to these, you know, these coaches, this scout, you know what I'm saying? Correct. And you just have that aura about yourself, my man. And that ain't nothing wrong with that. And there's no disrespect to East Jefferson or anything like that. You could just see, you know what I'm saying, that there's a bigger picture. What I'm saying? There's a bigger picture there for you, brother. And I wish you the best on it. I know for a fact that you have already made a difference at East Jefferson. And you'll continue to do that, bro. I see a championship in your future over there, me, bro.
I wish you the best at whatever you do, bro. It was a blessed having you, bro. And I'm happy, bro. I love the conversation, bro. You know,
a youngster, class of 21, 22, coming out. Give him some good advice before we get out the door.
Work hard. Be determined. Don't let nobody tell you can't do anything. Keep your mindset high. Put God first.
God, there you go.
Put God first. Have somebody that you can talk to. Have somebody that can mentor you. Push for your education. Right now, the world is in dire need of power for individuals. Your education is going to take you wherever you want to go, and they can't take that away from you.
I'm gonna elaborate on the God part. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this part right here. When we say have God in your life, I mean the example of it is you don't physically need to get on your knees and talk to him. Like, you could talk to him standing up. You could talk to him walking to your car, putting your keys in your car. I'm saying you just have to have a relationship of a conversation relationship with this person. You know, that's when I hear somebody say have God in your life, and then I be thinking about, well, then when somebody say that, then what do they mean? This would be, you know, what I have to explain to them. Like, just keep talking, like, you know, keep giving thanks, keep praising them, you know, on a consistent basis. It don't have to be at nighttime or in the morning. It could be anytime.
Man, we talking on God right now. God is what's called omnipresent, which means you can't make God go away.
Right.
You could either be approved or disapproved.
Right, brother.
You feel what I'm saying? So like you don't have to necessarily even choose to keep God, because God there. Right. You feel what I'm saying? What he mean by that? He mean keep God first. Yeah. Acknowledge that God is right there. Keep that in mind. So if you know God right here over your shoulder, you gonna really be more mindful of what it is you might do. And that's what that really means for you, especially for you youngsters.
For sure.
Start putting God first, man, because like, ain't nothing wrong with just being who you are, being cool, whatever the case.
Ain't nothing wrong with
nothing wrong with that, because you gonna live life. But putting God first, dog, I promise you, it just go, like, even when you quote unquote thugging or whatever, however it is y'all want to look at it, bro. If you just acknowledge God gonna pull you out of a lot of tight situations.
Yes, indeed.
I'm a living witness of this, dog. Don't look at God like God is something extra or something. No, God is it. That's what it is. Like, God is it. God is you. You know what I'm saying? Every time you look in the mirror, you know what I'm saying, and you look the same way you did yesterday, God did that. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't gonna preach y'all. We gonna let Coach get out of here. Man, I appreciate the conversation, bro. Like I said, man, we gonna be in close contact. We will be filming the Lady Warriors this year. We gonna be following them, bro. Y'all come out and support. We gonna post all the scheduling up and everything, bro. We gonna make sure. Coach, how can they get with you on Facebook or Instagram or whatever?
They can follow us at EJ Women's Basketball on Instagram, Facebook. You can hit me up if you have me personally. If not, they'll have my contact info, and we'll reach out.
Get with us, bro.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna, you know.
With us. We're 100% behind Coach.
For
like
sure.
I say, I approve of the man. We gonna do everything it is in our power to support him. Come out this year and support. They need support. This is what these kids need, bro. They need support. They got him a coach with a winning attitude, and he got these kids with a winning attitude. We just interviewed one of his starters earlier, but we got more to come with Coach Green and the Lady Warriors. M1E, dog. We out.
Million views, baby. Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
All right,
Thank
baby.
you, baby. That was lovely right there.
You all right, bro?
Coach Green.
You all right behind the camera, bro? See it, bro.